Greetings. You say, yes, you are. You up? What's going on? Third shift life. I'm working. Look at this. What is this? Why would my hair be standing up like that? What is that? Why would they be doing that? Well, let it stand up. Shit. It's trying to connect. Hey, Michael Robinson. Welcome. Hey, Stephanie Howard. Shay Morgan. Memory. It's probably trying to make a connection to something or someone. We're going to just leave it be. What are y'all doing? I'm putting packages together, so I cannot believe this is spinning up like this. You got the tip? Well, I'm just putting packages together, so I was watching, I had just watched Baba Jolie. You don't know who she is, child. She's a tarot reader. She'll be like, well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Tonight was quite interesting. Tonight was interesting. We did Let's Have the Conversation tonight. And it was quite interesting, I must say. And I was fairly pleased of the show. Okay, I enjoyed it. I was kind of shocked about Spirit bringing some of that information, almost like a world reading was happening. So I was kind of shocked with that. However, I still thought it was a great show, and I'm always open for world reading information from Yehuda, Mr. Simeon, the governor himself. Okay, and period. My back hurts so doggone bad. The other day it had stopped hurting, it wasn't hurting. Then all of a sudden the motherfucker just started hurting again. I said, God damn it. What the fuck? Tomorrow I'll go for my colonic. What up, carbs? It was a lot of info that was given. Gratitude. There was a lot of info that was given tonight on Let's Have a Conversation. And, so what y'all think about the show tonight? Hey, Chrissy. Chrissy, your package went out today. Did you get your tracking number? I enjoy doing this. I really do. I enjoy working. I enjoy it. I'm trying to make my way to get my shit up on Etsy. Because you know we're going to be having the Melamart come up soon. I'm still sending over. I gotta put some more of the foot bath shit together. I want to get my shit up on Etsy. I'm still sending over the shit for Melamart. We're still doing Melamart, of course. Still gonna do the Melanite Network. Got a lot of shit still in the works, but it's just like the fuck. Shit is just, I can't say shit is going slow. I'm going slow because I'm doing so many different things that I get fucking distracted, bro. You know, and so If I'm not making packages, I'm doing readings. If I'm not doing that, I'm doing lives. I'm teaching classes, like trying to build businesses and shows and get products out. Trying to do a lot here. You know, I am trying to become a millionaire at some point. Trying to help other people become greater and build and be better and be a millionaire at some point as well. You know, any millionaires in the house waiting to happen? Where the millionaires at? Let me know. Yep, and I believe it. I believe it. It's a blessing to be busy. I'm definitely not complaining, Chrissy. I just wish I can focus on getting certain things done, you know? Billionaire, cuss period. Cuss period. In the motherfucking flesh. Period. And I want to help and make sure we all get to our goals as much as possible, you know? Child. This goddamn bike. This bike. I don't understand it. It's a place that's supposed to be able to stretch your body. So I'm going to go and see about getting my body stretched out. I guess that's the only way I can get it stretched out. I'm not going to do it to me. So, you still working on your $1 million idea, and period, and cuz, and the fuck, and yeah. I love building businesses. I love creating shows. Y'all remember I had, I joined in with Aziza Nubia when we first started doing the Royal Connection. That was my first show. And I did that with Aziza Nubia. And then I came back with the new Royal Connection. Oh, yeah? I'm all for it, sir. Don't do that, because then you get me all hot and bothered. Then I gotta go in here and get the Pussy Sucker 3000. What was I saying? Oh, goddamn, my mind. What was I saying? What did I say, Alexis? I can't remember. It has distracted me. Just thinking about curve on it. Why is she trying to distract me like that, sir? No, it sounds really good to me. I started sweating a little bit. Make me sweat. I want to do what you do, governance, create a platform. Okay, yes, the shows. Gratitude. Oh, the shows. I was so confused on what the fuck I have been talking about, child. Please. You know I get hot and bothered. Then I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They caught him good. I'm glad to hear that shit. Glad to hear it. What up, Bama boy? Okay, so the shows, yes. So then I came back and we did the new Royal Connection. That's when I had my cousin on there. We had Cooley, Ashe Water. My daughter Toddy was on there with us. And then that kind of was no more. Also, it was another show that I had produced, came up with, created. The name and all. Remember Here For It Live? And it was the ladies, the different ladies. Nobody is loyal. It's crazy, ain't it? But the different ladies, and then that ended up dwindling down. And then I went on YouTube and saw that another group of people had taken the name, because nobody is creative, but Petite, I guess, taken the name and created their own here for it live. And then, of course, Black Magic, which is the show that I would do live, where we would come on and do the live readings. You call in for the $4.99. Getting ready to bring that back. I keep saying it, but I have a couple ladies that I'm interested in, and I really would like to bring a male on that is a reader. Got to be really solidified and accurate inside of your readings. I'm not going to be for the bullshit motherfuckers telling people to move over to North Carolina, destroying homes and families and shit. Not going for the fucking okie doke. Just ain't gonna do it. So that part. So, but then we also I have the sex line, the sex hotline that people are still been asking me about all day. Once I did the Just Judy last night, I saw people was like, because people have been asking me like, when you gonna do the sex talk again? So then we did Just Judy last night, which is the sex talk, and people were very excited, and they told me they missed it. They love those conversations. I got so many like shit back saying, hey, missed it, loved it, enjoyed it last night, you know. So I see, there ain't nothing in that bag. Come play. And so, did y'all enjoy Just Judy last night? The adult sex talk. I got a lot of compliments back on it. So we do have the sex line. Yes, Just Judy is. Yes. Okay. So a lot of people said they enjoy it because people always tell me they enjoy Just Judy. Of course, I had some people in the past before that would be like, you need to just stick to doing readings or develop you a whole nother YouTube for that kind of stuff because everybody don't want to hear that. And the lady who sent me that, I actually had told her, I was like, girl, fuck you. Girl, fuck you and get off my goddamn phone. No, I said that. But that happened. I did. It's like, girl, fuck you. Fuck off here. I say what I want a motherfucker say. You don't tell me what the fuck to say. So that happened. And so right now, just trying to maintain what we have. We're trying to not change, let's have the conversation, but keep on developing it to where we can become like for real. Like, cause it's a great show, you know what I mean? And we're still trying to develop the Melanite Network. I've gotten all of these things trademarked. So that's what I was working on. I got the Melanite Network trademark, the Melamart One Stop Shop, as well as the word Melanite is also trademarked. Of course, Quatita, all that shit, been trademarked. But I love business. I'm a businesswoman. I love doing business. I always wanted to do real estate. I've tried in that, and I love wealth building, and I love wholesaling properties. I just don't have time where I am right now to even go into the real estate market the way I would love to. You know what I mean? And again, I've always wanted to build an empire. I believe in surrounding myself with those who are like-minded. They also want to build an empire. That's why I do some of the 101 business shits that I do. A lot of shit I do for free. You know what I mean? And the bitch be struggling. Be trying to struggle. As y'all know, I pay $2,000 for rent. And these motherfuckers done did some shit. Now I feel like I need to just go and buy me a house. I'm gonna go buy me a house because they done did some shit that I don't agree with. And now it's done pissed me off. So now I'm gonna just go buy me a goddamn house. And get me a fucking dog. And just call it a motherfucking day. Because this is ridiculous. Yes, make sure you hit the like button as you come in. So, that's kind of where we at with the shit, y'all. But we are millionaires in the making, billionaires in the making. Let nobody stop you from your greatness because you're a Melanite being. Um, you are funny. You are hilarious. I'm still scared, sir. I'm just trying to get a hug from you, for real, so I can feel your energy. Not that I need to hug you to feel your energy, but I'm just saying. I'm too old for you, ain't I? I'm 43. I'm a little old for you. You're funny. You are funny. Khalil, why is you responding, Khalil, like I'm talking to you? That is so funny. Oh, okay. Oh, oh. I didn't know that. Heard you though. Heard you. Khalil, your ass is funny. So, what businesses are y'all looking to build in 2023? And that's going to be some of the focus when we. Oh, I'm so glad that dryer stopped. Let's see, real time. Child, look at this. This is just like I don't know why they're sticking up like this. I don't even give a shit. But what businesses are we building? Come on, y'all. What we doing? 2023 wealth building. What we got going on? We gonna focus on some of that inside of the Mela Gala Women's Empowerment for me life insurance. Okay, beautiful CNA school. Beautiful, beautiful. Where you gonna take that CNA? What do you wanna do with that? Like, cause that's a stepping stone for you, right? So what you wanna do with that? Frida says transportation. Let's talk about it. Say, just relaunched my soap business. Ooh, I'm always looking for something. Real estate, housing. Now, dig this. I want you to pay attention to who's responding and who's saying what. And this is why, because when you're paying attention and you see who's responding, this is how you begin to network. You feel me? This is how you start networking and you start wealth building with each other and understanding. As long as people don't get greedy, sometimes people get greedy, and greed, that shit, it becomes harmful inside of what the fuck we trying to do. But pay attention to who's saying what, because that's how you start to grow. That's where the millionaire status come in at. One begots one begots one. You hear me? I'm gonna tell you what also. When you don't bring jealousy into it and you're genuinely happy for the other person and you just want to see everybody win, that's where the win comes in at. You feel me? Inner city schools to help moms with no skills. See, Charming, look, you and Charming need to link up because we're trying to start up the Melanite Academy because our children need to be in our own schools. You know what I'm saying? So, for my mama who said that she wants to do the CNA, Where else are you going to take that when, as far as the CNA goes? You said, I got fired from my job by accident on purpose to pursue my custom business. I have printers, cutting machines, heat press, airbrush compressors, and so much more. So what are you going to do with all of that? How do you plan on becoming the millionaire that we know that you are? I had made vision boards. Maybe y'all remember me talking about this before. I had made vision boards, right? I think it was 2019. This is before all of the bullshit, people trying to kill me and all this other shit, right? So 2019, I had made vision boards throughout my room, and I put some in my living room, just affirmations. And one of them was to make $2.49 million, right? And I kept thinking to myself, I am never going to make that. How would I ever make that kind of money? And so I kept asking Yehuda, and I'm like, please, let me just make like 100,000, 200,000, whatever, over a certain period of time. But I never noticed until I started pulling all of my paperwork for taxes that I actually had made 200, 300,000 in those years of 2019, 2020, 2021. I was making it. Now the issue came in was those people who came in and helped me to spend it, and I was not able to reinvest it. See, you got to be able to reinvest in yourself, you know. I was spending money. Of course, you know, when I go to the club, bitch, I turn into a whole nigga, bitch. I be throwing money like I'm I turn into a whole nigga. Don't let me go to a strip club, Lord. But it's neither here nor there. I'm talking about people that come into my world and I'm helping them and I'm taking care of them. And you got to remember, like, I raised like the $10,000 for Texas. I took care of a lot of families, and then I gave $3,000 of my own money for Texas, not to mention Louisiana as well as New York. Can you have some what? Can you have some what? So, but just giving and doing, you know, for people. And then my past girlfriends, you know, that I was trying to help. My last one for sure, and my last team that I had blew through probably like 30,000 to 50,000 in a short amount of time, helping them take care of their families, children, paying for. I was throwing money in the club. I turn into a whole somebody else, child. Don't let me start drinking. I be in there. And I don't know, like, first of all, let me pause. I am not a dollar bill kind of person when I go to the strip club. I'm throwing probably 5s and 20s. You feel me? My daughter then was looking at me one time we were at the strip club together. I'll go over to the table. I didn't even give a fuck if it was niggas sitting there or not. I guess I don't know what I did, but my daughter's was looking at me like I was crazy. And I walked up to the table with the niggas and they bitches sitting there, and I threw the money. I threw like $400 on they bitches. Child. So in order for me to be the boss that I want to be and throw money the way I got to throw it, I got to keep making it and producing and being great inside of myself so I can be great for other people and help other people, but not to give them my motherfucking money, but just to show them how the fuck they can make their own money and be great in their own standards. You feel me? Because that's what's important. Let's see, Malik, open my eyes at the phone, and it said, charming, we live. Here my friend is inspired us manifest. Malika, trying to manifest this abundance, because I feel like if we all are great, one person can't just be great. One person can't just be great. Everybody who wants to be great needs to be great as well. You know what I'm saying? It's when people try to stop you from being great. My sinuses is really fucking with me. I am not over here on drugs. Please believe it. You know, people love to say this shit. But I just want to see everybody do well. What the fuck is wrong with that? You know what I mean? What's wrong with seeing everybody be great and being an inspiration? You know? But one person can't just be great and leave everybody behind. Can't do it like that. It'll never work. You'll never succeed, you know? The whole team gotta be winning, you feel me? And that's what I love to see. That's what I wanna see. It's distracting when it's haters or people not wanting to see you grow or be at your greatest potential. You know, like they want you to just be great a little bit, but bitch, don't be greater than me, because and then I'm gonna have to knock you back down because of whatever the fuck. Crabs in a barrel, bro. Can't be that. Everybody on the team gotta be great and loyal and be trustworthy, because that's what matters. Divine understanding, divine kinship, you know. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do and you told yourself that you wanted to do it, sometimes you got to see it put down on paper. Sometimes put that shit up. Like, when I was a big girl, y'all know I was hefty. I was hefty, hip hop. I was a big girl. I hate looking at that shit too. When I look back at shit, because I be like, damn, bitch, you was rotund. But I went from small to big and big to small and big and bigger back to small, you know. But see, that shit is crazy though, right? When somebody don't want to see you be at your greatest. And the crazy thing is, especially when they feel like they can't stand in whatever they just did, and then they go ahead and shut they shit down. Cause I checked, motherfuckers shut they shit down too. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, yeah, do a vision board. Do it to where you can see it. You see it every day, to where you're feeling inspired every day. You know, sometimes you need that inspiration. So even when I was a big girl, I would write shit down. Like I said, I would write it on my mirror. I had vision boards going around my room in my house. Just different ways to be great. I've taped ancestor money. That's why when you get your package, I put everybody $100 bill. Now, some people got so excited and was like, girl, I cannot believe you would give me this money. Child, this is prop money. This is ancestor money. You put this up. That's how niggas, fake niggas be flashing. They be in there like this. Like, nigga, that's prop money. Stop. But you put this up on your altar. You can even speak into this. Whisper in this motherfucker ear right here. They thought, yes. Whisper in this motherfucker ear and tell it. Command everything that you want. Command your space. Command your energy. Command what it is that you want. Bring forth the life and abundance that you seek, that you say you can have. Because again, greetings, Latia. Because again, the Yehuda affirmation is that you have the right, it is your birthright to be great, to have abundance, and to live the life that you want to live, the life that you say you can live. And anything that is not conducive of that shall leave. So let me say this to you, sir. When somebody show you who they are, you believe them. You believe them the first time. It doesn't mean that you have to always cut them off. However, you always pay attention and you always know how to handle that motherfucker after that, right? But sometimes the spirit is moving things around to bring you to your greatness and to show you who you was really dealing with in the first place. You know, if a motherfucker don't want to see you do great, that's somebody that should not be in your life anyway. And gratitude to the spirit and to the soul and to the soul to the spirit for removing them out of your existence. Because the motherfucker may have only been around to control the narrative and to save lives of people that they love for the greatest benefit of themselves. Gratitude to the soul and to the spirit. See, I don't run from that. I welcome it. That's why I ask for the soul and the spirit to strip everyone around me. Let me see everyone for who they truly are. Therefore, when I get to the place of my greatness, I know who the fuck should be around me and who should not be around me. You know? Because the fuck? Absolutely the fuck not. I don't want nobody around me that ain't for the team. You feel me? Not to remove my father and his whole family. Let's talk about that because, see, I'm a firm believer in that. I really am. I don't give a fuck who you are. You have the right to be treated fairly. Nobody has the right to mistreat you. I don't give a fuck if it's your mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, your own children. Ain't nobody going to mistreat, mishandle, disrespect, or do anything harmful to Quatita. And Quatita not speak on it, say it, and Quatita not cut you out her fucking life, bitch, you's a fucking lie. I will cut you off and walk away for the preservation of Quatita. You know? Absolutely. Absolutely. For the preservation of self. You come first, always, 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 and you never forget that. And you never let nobody try to make you feel like you wrong for standing in your own greatness and defending yourself. Fuck that. So if you gotta cut your father and his people off, or whoever the fuck, you cut them off, just to be greater in yourself, to live the life that you say that you can have. Because who the fuck is anybody else? Nobody else is coming to you asking you for permission to live their life. Motherfucker don't like that you or whoever you are, whatever you are, then they don't have no place in your life. I'm not right if a motherfucker don't like what Quatita does. If they don't like Quatita's a reader, if they don't like how Quatita talks, if they don't like that Quatita loves dick and pussy. You heard me? I do. I love it. If they don't like that shit, I don't give a fuck. The fuck? Because I'm not coming to where you are telling you how to live your life. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck about how you live in your life. And don't. I got too much shit to do to worry about you. I got to worry about me. So, that's all the fuck I know. Nobody's gonna make me miserable. I'm not gonna be in a relationship where I gotta argue every day. I'm not gonna be with somebody that makes me feel worthless or bad about myself. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be that person, and I'm not gonna stand for that shit. I cut my family off. Like, I love my family, don't get me wrong, but I don't necessarily like my family. I don't like the things that they do. I don't like for what they stand for sometimes. I don't want to sit around and just talk about each other and talk about, you know, the fucked ups. I just don't want to do that. That's just not, especially if we've talked about, like, my cousin, remember? I had to cut my cousin off because we talked about so long how we would grow and how we would bring forth life and abundance and leave a legacy. And as soon as I start my journey, the jealousy came in somewhere. And motherfucker had nothing but negative shit to say about Quatita. And I'm a good motherfucker. I ain't got to keep tooting my own horn, but I know who the fuck I am, you know? And I chose, please hear those words. Nobody but you can choose in your own life. No one but you can choose in your own life. And I chose to be the greatest at what I do. I chose to be the great person that I am. I fucking chose. And you can choose. I just happen to choose not to be a horrible motherfucker. I know what a horrible motherfucker look like. A nasty, messy motherfucker. I know what they look like. People want to do harm to Quatita and they shit on Quatita's name because Quatita defends herself. Quatita stands up for what she believes in. I don't need to run and gain clout off of no one. I built my own motherfucking clout and I stand on it. 10 toes down, and motherfucker be salty about that shit. Like one time I was on somebody's platform. This was like maybe a year or so ago. They invited me, and I will not fall for that shit ever again because this little bitty motherfucker. But when I get up there, of course, there's always some fuck shit, some bullshit behind it. And some guy came up and was like, Queen, because you know I was going by Queen at the time. Queen, you know motherfucking well that Jesus is real, and you know that. I don't know that. That ain't nothing what the fuck I know or believe in. You watch when a motherfucker try to tell you what you know and what the fuck you believe in. Let me, hold on, I don't want nobody to see my pussy. Wait a minute. So I gotta stand up and get this. I don't want my pussy out. A motherfucker try to tell you what the fuck that you believe or what you know. Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely the fuck not. Y'all know how many times I used to see that shit everywhere. Let me sit down before my pussy be out. Every time I got on the internet, that's all I saw was me walking around the hotel room saying, let me sit down so my pussy don't show. I said, they don't have another motherfucking clip they can show. I just seen that shit everywhere all the time. You're a funny person. Khalil, what's wrong with your thing? You said, right, it's always the same clip. I don't know why either. It was always that motherfucking clip. I don't know if I had told y'all. Y'all know when they had did that shit with the hip-hop homicides and they had put my clip in there. And so I went and got the best attorney in motherfucking Hollywood, damn near. And which is also Malika's attorney. Malika hit me on to her. And now she's my attorney. And I don't know if I told y'all that WeTV ended up having to pay me $5,000. And I bought inventory. And paid my motherfucking rent. Yes, girl, they had to pay me $5,000 for using that clip. It was my intellectual property. They put me on that hip-hop homicides without my permission. You went and you interviewed everybody. You didn't interview me. Why the fuck you interview me? Because you knew what the fuck I was going to say. I don't play them games. Don't play them games, and they had to pay a bitch. And did. Oh, I got it, and I spent it. I got inventory and paid my rent. So gratitude to WeTV. My attorney, she's still going after the one chick who made all them videos about me. Think she's something special. I don't know why she keep running from my attorney. Don't run from my attorney, honey. You keep sending shit back. scared to get served? No, you said you had the right to use the shit you said and said about me, ma'am. Get back at my attorney, if you would, please. She's tired of searching for you. Sending shit to your house. Tried it and did. We over here building wealth. What's up, Titania? Over here building wealth. Excuse me. So have y'all been doing the rituals? Big bank, take a little bit. Good night. Have y'all been doing the rituals to build up your funds, your money? To ask for what you need or what you want? Gratitude, bigger. Well, even if you're traveling, you got to stop for a moment so you can just ask for what you need. All you need is a little bit of oil, some Florida water, some lotion, some grease, and ask for what you want. And a little bit of patience, understanding, and intention. And watch how the spirit move in your direction. What up, Makahulu? I'm trying to use your words, because period. With the water cup ritual, do you have to write what you want or speak it into the cup? Both. Both of them. So with the water ritual, let's do. Okay, let me show you. Use that as a cup. Use this as a cup. And if you have questions, there are other videos on it. Let me put this in the bag. Hold on. Okay. So, this is going to be the cup of don't have, right? So, you're going to say what you don't have or what you need, basically. But if you need it, that means you don't have it, right? So this is the cup of don't have, right? And this is going to be the cup of I have what I need. Okay, this is that cup. So you're going to write all over this cup of what you don't have. If you feel like you don't have enough money to pay your bills, your rent, if you don't have love in your life, whatever it is that you're trying to focus on, and state your intentions to, that's what you're going to write on this, okay? You're going to write it on this cup. Then on this cup, you're going to write what you do have, meaning not what you have right now. You're going to state what you don't have as if you have it. So if you put on here, I don't have enough money to pay my rent, I don't have a car note, you're going to write on here, I have all of my rent money, I can pay my car note every month, I have an abundance of, that's what's going to be on the second cup. So then you're going to put water in this cup. You ain't got to fill it up, you're just going to put some water in there. Okay? Now you're going to speak over it and say what you don't have. I don't have this, I don't have that. Whatever you put on this cup is what you're going to speak. Then you are going to pour the water into this cup, and you're going to pour it slow so you can hear it. Right? So now I'm going to speak over this cup with great intention of gratitude of what I do have. I have all of the money that I need. I have all of the prosperity. I gain wealth so easy, it flows to me like currency. The ebb and flow of prosperity is mine. I can pay my rent with no problem. I can pay my car note. My children have all that they seek and all that they ask me for. I have no problem with giving it because abundance is mine. It flows to me greatly. Right? Now I'm going to drink it. That's how that works. You're going to show appreciation by putting it. You can use any cup you want to use. You're going to show appreciation as long as you can write on it and speak life into it, because you're speaking life into the water. And when you change what the water is, right? You change it. You're actively changing it. And then you're going to consume it. And then you want to put something up on your altar showing gratitude to it. And acknowledging that you know that it is already done. Yes, like a styrofoam cup, a Dixie cup, a red cup. If you got a black marker, you can write on any of it. Okay? You're going to write directly on a cup, you know. And for me, like, it's okay if you even want to, like, save the cups and do it again. You know, put it up for later. Or whatever. Oh, excuse me. But being intentional about how you are setting up your intention. Being intentional about your intention. That's all I'm talking about. Being intentional about your intention. So the altar is what you don't know how to do. Altar is simple. You go into your grandparents' houses and they have altars all the time and you don't even know that's what it is because that's not what they call it. But honestly, you may go in your grandparent house and they may have a table, and let me take it here so you'll understand that people do things and they don't know that that's what they're doing. You may go in their house and they have all these pictures of their Jesus up on this table in frames, and they may have some crosses up there and some candles. They may have their mama's old picture up there and they daddy, and then they picture them when they was little. That is an altar. That is an altar. You can have an altar room. You can have an altar table. You can have an altar to yourself. You can have an altar to your ancestors, to deities. You can have as many altars as you would want. An altar, I have a whole altar closet where I have deities set up on the shelves in my closet. There's nothing else in there but deities and offerings. My whole office is that. If I were going there straight and get some of that shit and boxes moved out the way. But that's what that is. And before I had moved, I had several altars. I had a big one in my living room that just had ancestor pictures on it and my pictures on it, my children's pictures, and I show gratitude to it. I had a Orisha altar. I had an altar for myself, and I had an altar to my ancestors that have crossed over. My aunts, my daddy, my mom, they were all up on that altar, my aunts. And I would put candles, change, crystals, ancestor money. My whole room, when I tell you I had ancestor money going around my walls, I had Orishas hanging up in my room. I keep my whole house as an altar. So you don't even have to have just a table. You can have your whole shit set up like an altar, because you always want to be inside of the spirit. You always want your soul to be inside of the connection of the frequency. Excuse me. You never want to be without, you know. I knew somebody was going to say that. I was getting ready to get to it. What if you're in a situation where you cannot make an altar? Nobody is ever going to stop me from doing anything. That part. Let me first say that. Because people always want to control how you worship. Because if you don't worship what I worship, then you can't worship in here. Like, I get that. Because I don't want you to bring Jesus in here whatsoever. So I totally get that. However, nobody can stop me from doing anything. Whether I got to carry a bag in my purse, in my wallet, whatever I set up on in my room is just that. Whatever I have in my space at the top of my closet is just that. We ain't got to talk about it. You ain't got to know what it is. This is my business. So just so like that, like Tabitha Brown, because it's my business. You hear me? And so whatever you choose to put at your side of the closet, on the floor, at the bottom, at the top, is your business. I got my mama picture out here, bitch, because I got my mama picture out here. Why is that your business? Yes, I put $7 up here by my mama picture and some flowers. Why is that your business? Now, I'm going to put a couple grapes up here for my mama too. Why is that your business? Put a candle and a glass of water. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because why is that your business? It's not, and it ain't. And leave me the fuck be. And people try to control certain shit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to even be with a motherfucker that try to control that kind of shit. Ain't. And ain't. And ain't. I don't understand why that shit matters to other people, you know? No, I don't want you to bring no Jesus in here, but honey, that's why I like my space too, you know? So I get how people feel, but at the same time, if I was in a relationship and somebody had they little shit set up and they want to have a cross over there, and you keep your cross right the fuck over there, don't walk through here blessing shit with your nasty blessings or whatever. Listen, and that's also why you should not be unequally yoked either. Because it's going to be a duel in this motherfucker fighting that energy. You know what I mean? You spent $7.64 at Xbox. I don't know who the fuck is paying something on Xbox. I ain't even got an Xbox. I don't know who would be spending my $7.64 on no Xbox. I know you, man. I don't even know how Xbox would be taking nothing out of my goddamn thing. So if you put things that are edible on it, how long do you leave it there? It depends on you. You can't leave kale up there very long, you know. That shit gonna start smelling like boo-boo, you know. So I put my ancestor money wherever I want to put it. I might carry it in my purse. I might put it up on my altar. I have some in there on my deity statues. I have some on my actual altar. I carry some in my purse, my wallet. Like, I burn it. You might want to burn some, you know. Let me see. You said there have to be pictures, or can I just write their names? You can write their names. You can speak their names. That's what altar work is. And can we say that too? People always talk about how Christians always say they don't want you to have no altar, but when you go to church, what do they call you down there to do? They call you down to the altar to do what? When you go down to the altar, what they expect for you to do? Put some oil or shit on your fucking forehead, which is ritual. They want you to bring some money and put the money down on the altar call. Am I lying? Honey, what do you think you're doing? They're making you put your money down to the entity in which they feel like is real in their world. So when you in altar call, you come down there, you speak to the altar. So you should go to your altar and sit and talk to your altar, to your ancestors. It's all the same practices. They just want to call it something else and tell you what the fuck you can or cannot do. That's what you're doing. You're putting money, the offering, that's right. And you're offering, you're paying your tithes to what? To who? People try to make you pay your tithes to wherever they want you to. If you put your tithes, how many people have been paying tithes for years? You didn't watch your grandma and she still fuck around and lose her house. I'm telling you, within weeks, months, hours, and days, sometimes minutes, I've seen it happen, of people who show reverence to the ancestors, who show reverence to the spirit, to the soul, to the deities, to those beings that love you and you love them back. We've seen time and time again that it happens in a blink of an eye. People get jobs, lives are saved, money is accumulated, housing is gotten, but you still may be waiting on Jesus forever, ever long, baby, because he's always right on time, but he ain't never on time, because sometimes you're evicted and you don't know the fuck why, because you're still waiting for him to respond, you know. Prop money is ancestor money, my love. I just said that. I just said it. I just said it. I just said it. It's what they use in movies and stuff. He ain't coming. What the fuck soever. Ain't gonna be on time. Ain't gonna be late. Because he ain't coming. And where you get the ancestor money, you can order it from wherever, but I give pieces of it inside of my bag when people purchase their packages from me. I give some inside of your purchase. I give you $100 of it, but you can purchase it wherever. You can buy it online. You can actually Google that and type that in. But I give it inside of my packages. Everybody gets a $100 bill. I used to sell ancestor money, and you know, right now, I'm not selling any at this moment. But you can get you some ancestor money, honey, and you can order it and Google it. Clear, I do not know what is going on with your comments. Why is this looking like that? All I ever want is for y'all to know how great you are and what you are capable of doing. Right. Okay, Tyree? What you're capable of doing. And how great you are, and that's what counts, and that's what I want you to know. If you don't take away nothing from this conversation, this rising, I want you to take away that you're great and you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Some of your comments was coming through like double on top of each other, like a whole bunch of words piled on top of each other. You couldn't see what it said. But that's all I was coming on here to talk about, is your greatness and how to build wealth and how to be great and know that you're great, and just seeing who was up. Seeing who's up. You seen my last comment? No, I didn't. I didn't see it. Look, you're not the same as they were in physical and the spiritual. They are different, more loving, and here to help you. When people are here in the physical, they are whoever their environment created them to be. So when I sometimes do readings for people, sometimes people be like, I don't want to talk to my mama, she didn't love me. And your mother is not that same energy. Because what she knows after crossing, she did not remember that she knew while she was here. And so if you knew better, that's where that comes in at. See, who is that with all them different words up there like that? If you knew better, you would do better. But because sometimes our people don't know better, they treat us in such a way that is not conducive. And you have that right to be upset behind that. However, when they cross and they've done something to you that is not of greatness, you still have the right to use them, to use their energy. You know what I'm saying? You have the right to demand their energy and demand that they make up for what it was that they may have done to you in the physical, by helping you in a way that's going to help you to be great. You have that right to demand that. They're not the same people. That's why they always come through and ask for forgiveness. They come through and they apologize. Because if you don't know and you're the product of your environment, and your environment is here in this matrix, and you only know what you see and you think that that's what it is and you think that you're correct, then you have to give somebody some grace after crossing, because they may not have known what they know once they cross over, So allowing them and giving them grace and having them to work with you on your behalf and benefit, is going to be beneficial to you. I was going to do it tonight, but I was tired and I have stuff I had to do. I can't do it tomorrow because I have the list readings tomorrow night. So most likely I might try to do either a walk with crime or a celebrity interview Friday. And honestly, if I do the celebrity interview, it's probably going to be like Muhammad Ali or like Malcolm X or somebody like that, because that's what's been coming back up around, and I was supposed to do it and did not. Because they were friends. Remember, I was going to do all three of them. I was going to do the Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, and Sam Cooke, because they was all friends. So I was going to try to do them together. But if I do it, I want them to come through with the come through, and spill all of the beans, the tea, be very honest in their stance and what they're trying to do and what they're trying to, come here and accomplish. So if I do it, that's what I'm probably going to do. Because I know I did a walk with crime the other day on by 10. And I got validations after I got off of that too, just so you know. I got some validations. But I hate this sticky shit that be coming off these envelopes. See, now that's my kahoots. I think something is happening where they crossing all these words together. Citizen document. Max Spires. Who is that? I don't even know who that is. Who is that? Never heard of that person. Yeah, I did. I got some validations afterwards. The Max of Genome that was with It was with the secret government. Ooh. You gonna cry if I do Malcolm X? Well, let's get your tears ready, because I think we're gonna try to pull you in. I feel about Malcolm X the way I felt about Bob Marley, like super nervous, been avoiding this for almost 2 years. Who? No, I didn't. Where was he doing it at? Did not see that. Are seizures demonic? Absolutely not. Seizures are because your brainwave activity is malfunctioning. And Bob was such a beautiful soul. And I had been running from that, and he finally had to come to me in my dream. But now from Detroit, so it was different. Well, we definitely gonna see what happens. We can't get it in if we can't make it happen. Get it in and make it happen. Guys who get sleep paralysis a lot. Sleep paralysis is different than seizure. Sleep paralysis can happen for several different reasons. Okay, let me start turning. Let me see who's shipping out to. Antoinette Johnson, Janelle, Monique Hammond, Keisha Bill, Thelma Davis, Desmond Olaney. Oh, that's Dezo. Ashanti, Takesha. Christy Mars. She lives. As soon as I share, I got two. Yeah, I don't think it's evil either. Astral projection, because everybody do it. It's just about sleep paralysis can be, like I said, different things. I already sent out my line. I sent her out yesterday. I just rising. She's in the other batch. Let me make sure. Yep, there she is. She's in the other batch. So when you feel the entity on top of you, some people call it the witch, and some people see the old lady, some people see the old man, some people see them both as a couple, some people see different things, but that's why I say it's different. Gotta get the scale. What up, carbs? Back in your body. Be working to the wee hours of the morning. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Okay, y'all ain't see that. Have people personal information out there and shit. My bad. I had to go and get my colonic in the morning. Government, so some souls are held up. That's why they can't come through. I don't have an issue with souls coming through. I don't know anything about that. I've never heard that. I don't have that issue. Not with them coming through. Now, some of them may come and be pissed off that they're not where they want to be and may not want to speak. But I've never had a soul be held up and not be able to come through. Yeah, I don't think that's a real thing. My daughter has seen some things with wings before as well. She was younger. If you kill someone, you don't go back to the stars? I don't know. As far as I know, I've never had a situation where, I mean, that's what they say in the secret covenant, but I've spoken with people who committed murder. And the way that they've explained it to me is everyone has a penance to pay. There's no such thing as hell, okay? But everyone has a penance, and your penance is helping someone in such a way that you are making up for what you've done. Now, your penance may be different than someone else's penance. So your job, maybe you're assigned as like what they call quote unquote a white lighter or something to someone who is mentally challenging. It kills people. I don't know. Like it could be something like that to where your penance is to help someone. Like some people are hardcore people with criminals and they come through and be like, I work with the children. You are not the same people that you are when you're living. You're just not. And penance is different, And they told me that the spirit is beautiful in the way that things are done. Because Yehuda is very loving and very forgiving. And he just wants everyone to be great. Mother Adina, the carrier and giver of the soul, she's loving, but she is different. You rather deal with Yehuda because if Mother Adina steps in, Mother Adina is very no nonsense. And you know what you were doing. That's your soul. See, your spirit is forgiving and wants to love people and it wants to give second chances. But your soul, when your soul feels it, your soul cuts a motherfucker off like, So when Mother Adina, the soul, the natural born person, the natural everything inside, okay, will feel, and that's kind of the battle as well, because you want to just like cut a motherfucker off, but your forgiving nature of your spirit, of your Yehuda, your Simeon, your processor, it gives understanding because your spirit begins to reflect, and it will also remind you. It'll also remind you that, like, say if you going off, say you're in traffic and you're going the fuck off, like, bitch, cut me off, stupid bitch, she don't know what I'll do to her. You going off. Now you driving, and the same issue has now arisen again, but it's you on that other end, where you was having an issue because you didn't want to let somebody over, and that bitch tried to get over and she jumped in front of you. Now you're pissed. Like, bitch, you almost caused an accident. You didn't cut me off, but up here, you're driving and you need to get over and they're not letting you over. Because they're like, no, fuck that. You're not getting in front of me. Now what you have to do, you have to take this penitentiary trans and jump over in front of them just so you don't miss your exit. And you want that person who did not let you over to understand, you could have made me miss my exit, but you did not give that same grace when that other person, because you didn't know what that situation was that person was in, that cut you off. And so sometimes you have to let shit roll off your back. Your soul is like, yeah, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, because I know what I know, and this, and that. But your spirit will be like, but didn't you just do that? Why are you not giving grace to the situation? So you have to formulate the best part of whatever that intention was, okay? Whatever your intention was, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand that. You say the battle I feel when a motherfucker owe me money. You know what I mean? I get that part too. And sometimes people owe you money and just don't want to pay your money. And then some people owe you money and just don't really have it. Now, so say they don't have it versus they just not going to give it to you. This is the way you're supposed to handle it. No problem. They have it but don't want to give it to you, but you really need it. What it is you have to come to the understanding and speak to your spirit and speak to your soul and say, I understand. Next time I cannot lend out what I cannot afford to give away, with the understanding that I might not receive it back. Now, sure, you want that person to be a good person and give you your motherfucking money back. You want that. The reality of it is that's not always what's going to happen. So you never lend out what you can afford to lose. Okay? So then on top of that, what you also want to understand is this. They've now paid whatever that was, $250 that you lent them. They paid that as an exit out of your life. So going forward, if that person is still in your life after knowing that part, and whatever you lose after that, you chose to lose it intentionally because you understood who that person was. That $250 should have been what they paid to exit your life. I'm not mad that you owe it to me, don't want to give it to me. You just can't never get nothing else from me. I ain't got nothing else to say to you. My life goes on. Like I got that $250, that little $250 that I loaned you, I will get it again. Now, some people try to, girl, let me give you a little bitty ass money. If you can't give it to me in the same energy that I gave it to you with, I'm a accept my money back, but I'm still going to cut you off because it's still the character and principle behind what you have just now shown me, you know? Listen, Lilia, you come in all the time, mama, with all these long paragraphs. If you're reading, you're hoping I read you. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Whatever the situation was, Lilia, where your husband, your spouse threw your cards away, your package away, that you harassed me for, when within 24 hours of receiving it, you told me that your husband threw your shit away. I understand. You've asked me for reading several times and I've come to you. I called your name the other day and you were not in the chat. Respectfully understood, you fell asleep, your husband cut the phone off, all kind of shit. I understand. But what frustrates me with you is that when you come into my chat, I have never seen you in a class. You've reached out to me several times and told me what I didn't do for you and what I did not give to you and how this and that. I told you the other day, you are in a situation you are in because you want to be in it. I do not want you to keep coming to my chat with long paragraphs as if you want somebody to tell you something you don't already know. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. You are in a situation or a relationship that you feel like you shouldn't be in, then what do you want us to say? You come in with these different situations all the time. What do you want us to say? I don't feel sorry for people that I feel become weak because they want to become weak. You know what it is that you should know. I want you to not come in here with long paragraphs because my question is this. When you are in here and you keep saying that you have any situations, where is your husband? My soul doesn't connect with you in some way, Lilia. Because I not necessarily believe everything that you say. That is the realest thing I can ever give to you. I want you to search yourself and find yourself a way to become a different person. Because if you're showing up this way, that has annoyed me for an entire year. You've done this for an entire year. You mean you've not made any changes in the entire year of following and watching me? You want me to come to you personally and say what? When I'm giving it to you for free, you've told me you can't afford it. I respect it. I understand it. But I give a lot of shit for free. I give you a lot of knowledge. But you're not accepting it. You're not putting it to use inside of your own life, your own diaspora. Tell me why. Because you want me to come and tell you personally? Absolutely the fuck not. Do not keep putting long paragraphs because you want somebody to feel sorry for it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the next time you do it, the way I read you is going to be a little filthier than what I'm doing for you right now. I'm not going to tell you again. You always say what you can't do, but I've never seen you in a class. If you're not the one getting a reading, then you don't continue to support, you don't watch, you turn it off. That's why you didn't know I called your name. And then you gave me every excuse about why your phone was turned off and it was disconnected at the tower and all kind of shit. I want you to knock it the fuck off. I will not ask you again. Do not DM me anymore. Do not text me again. I owe you nothing. You understand your situation? I've talked to you about it twice. I've told you now. I mean what I say to you. You want me to feel sorry for you, and I will not. I will not. You're not going to force me to do any fucking thing. And you're not going to control my chat. That's all I know. I send love to you, and I hope, and I send Yehuda your way to help you to become greater in yourself. That you do not show up to me, to yourself, to your children, or anyone else the way that you keep showing up inside of this chat. I don't like weak women. I don't like women who portray themselves to be weak because they need some sort of attention or they need somebody to feel sorry for them. You already know, like I told you, you are a victim of your circumstance because you want to be a victim. You can't tell me the person that you are with is a horrible person. He keeps doing this and you don't know why he's doing this to you. And you not put your foot down in any kind of way to change it. You say he went in your purse and he took your deck of cards, took it to a church, and within 24 hours threw your shit away. Nobody is going to control me in that way. I've been in situations like that. I've been in abusive relationships. You've been following me for more than a year. At some point, you need to take what I have taught you and do it. I'm not going to hold your hand through it. You want me to tell you to leave that person. I'm going to tell you to leave that mentality that you're carrying behind. And that is my word. And I'm sorry. I've had enough. I've had enough of that. I've had absolutely enough of that. Gratitude, Kyle L. Warm up some more of this soup. Eat some more of this soup. gotta make the damn. Make the labels. Oh no, I'm gonna get y'all up all late. Y'all up late. Get ready. Let y'all go because I gotta create these labels. I gotta do it on my phone. I'm on my phone. Gratitude, everyone. Let me say this. You're only as strong as your weakest thoughts. What I mean by that is, if you believe yourself to be weak, then you are weak. The show, The Weakest Link, that is your weakest link is your weakest thought. And you're only as great as your weakest motherfucking thought. But you can be greater than whatever it is that you feel like is holding you back. When you give life to that shit and you allow it to take hold and you start throwing pity parties, that's where the downfall is. That's when you have not won this battle. And you are going to find yourself circling back around again. I want you to be greater than what you allow yourself to be. I want you to be greater than what you give yourself permission to be. Be greater than that. Whatever you greatest you feel inside yourself, be greater than that. You don't allow nobody to make you feel weak. You don't allow nobody in your space to take advantage of you. Nobody has the right to do it. I don't give a fuck who it is. Not even yourself. So if you're your own worst enemy, you better check yourself and get to it. Solitude de moi. Philippon de moi. Gratitude to the soul. My soul is mine, I control me. E for me. These thoughts are not mine. These feelings do not belong to me. You control you. I show gratitude. Get some rest. I love you to life.